Had us a proper hootenanny last night, at the risk of cultural appropriation. A wing-dang doodle, little green around the gills myself. Dug this thing out, see if we can't get it started. It's a hydraulic power pack. One of them auction deals, you know the ones, so cheap. You can't afford not to buy it. She got but 250 hours on her, but hard hours, mind. Like that black couch in those casting videos. She ain't got no gas in her. French fried potatoes, Ooh! A heady bouquet of overtime and bridge construction. Circa 2015. I like this. You tell a fleet mechanic was in here, put in an additional filter. So gas is clearly fucked, but once you're past the stink, she's good eating. Corn duct.
I don't recall signing a DRM. She got a bit of a hunt, but I figured sand and water ought to clean out the carbonator eventually. Just shut her down here.
Machine after my own heart. Just like last night, running on whiskey. To misquote my darling three-carters. Why for you got so much junk around? Baby, sugar, honey, darling. I asked her if I could put my filthy PTO shaft up the backside of her tractor. Much the same as the casting couch, says she to me. Fucking debil! Netflix! So, I figure if I got the hydraulic power pack. These little bendable wire brushes, fantastique. If you're an idiot like me, you get them off the Snap-on rape wagon. Cost you about an arm and a dick. Or if you're smarter, you go to the homeless death spot and get some of these OT brushes out of the plumbing section. Speaking of Russians, what weighs 16,000 kilograms? Took a team of 12 engineers, 20 machinists, and a Communist Party member to build and slices an apple in 3 pieces. A Soviet machine designed to slice an apple in 4 pieces. A little sticky. I feel like that should be a joke about Canada, but we don't build anything anymore. Somebody tried to build something recently and it got stuck in the federal parliamentary committee. In the words of the immortal Willie Snake Smear, no, Billy Mays, no, Billy Connolly. Hypocrisy is the lubrication by which is performed political intercourse. Speaking of moral authority to impinge upon our rights, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, recently another lockdown with the restaurants, but you can still, oddly enough, visit said Bonnie's winery and do wine tasting, but you can't go to a restaurant. Interesting how that works. Was it Charlie Munger said, show me the, tell me the incentives, and I'll show you the outcomes. What are we on? Booster shot 2? 3? Is that a drone strike I hear? Oh, that was a structural tin panel. I ask you young fellows in the crowd, who am I kidding? It's all old fucks. What's the point of having the cock and balls of a bull moose if you can't swing them around? The simple joy of having the right parts on hand. If only could be said for the right tools. Click! That ain't ever coming off. Fuck the next guy. Although, turns out it's masturbation because the next guy is invariably me. It's an interesting little contrivance. It's unfortunate that we got to put the tin on, but this valve actuates the throttle for the internal combustion engine. The beautiful thing about all these componentries is all the small guys build to the same specs as the big guys. So we have a venerable Vickers RV5, relief valve 5, check valve. They all have the same socketry, so you don't need to necessarily buy the Vickers. You could buy a Sun or, you know, whatever. If you want more pressure, that's the guy. A little cam here on the back side of the human machine interface, and that actuates this rod. This rod converts rotary motion into linear motion and actuates the throttle. Most important part of any human endeavor, idiot check. Vague feeling of malaise and headache, check. Fittings, check. Hoses, yeah. Valve. Oh, juicy jizzer there. Ooh. It's just rainwater, I think. Engage your safety squints. It's nice how the high pressure hydraulics are right next to the start key. Contact.
You know, you see the super hot chick in the skeezy cheap beer snake pit? You wonder what she's doing there? These appear to be swivel. Weird. Quote my wife, that's a hell of a stroke. Stringy, what's that, fur? A little bit slow. Or if it's got the kickoff on the reverse. We'll see if it blows up or if it kicks off. Ah, yeah, kicks off. Beauty. I think we can increase the chooch on the old. Ah! Ah! It needs to see some pressure. It's got to have some load on it. And this stuff, you gotta look around, make sure nobody's watching you when you try and split. I got a 6-pound maul, but glances off it. Makes you feel like you're swinging your purse. I think it's willow. Not 100% sure. Real hard to get hardwood. Narf. Here in the outer rim. It's mainly softwood. Larch is a nice one, but it's coniferous. This is a hardwood. Beautiful.
I'll have to finger some way to get the, pardon me, governor to actuate, but in the meantime, just use a little farmer's friend.